I'm Eliza, and today we are going to play another round of the Elimination game. You guys seem to really like this the last time we played, so it's back. So round one is animals, and the question is name a bird. Name a bird. Do you have one? Okay. If you said hummingbird, then I'm afraid you are out. Sorry, I didn't explain the rules of this game, but that's how it works. If you say the same thing that I have written down here, then unfortunately you are eliminated from this round. You can play again with the next round. And also, if you can't think of any answers for the question, then you're also eliminated. So, question number 2. Name a nocturnal animal. Name a nocturnal animal. I spelled animal a little bit wrong. I wrote animal, but I just put a dot here to disguise it. So just do with that information what you will. Think of a nocturnal animal, one that usually sleeps during the day and is awake at night. And if you hear my stomach rumbling, sorry. Do you have one? Do you have a nocturnal animal? Okay. If you said a bat, then I'm afraid you are out. You're out. The next question, name an insect. Name an insect. Now, I'm not very good with classifying animals, so I did Google to make sure that what I thought of is actually an insect. I think insects have 6 legs. I could be wrong. So, anyway, name an insect. A creepy crawly. Do you have one? Okay. If you said beetle, then I'm afraid you are eliminated. You are out of this round. This is our 4th and final question. Let me just arrange myself. The question is, name a shark. Name a shark, a type of shark. Can you think of a shark? H-A-R-K. Do you have one? Okay. If you said a hammerhead, a hammerhead shark, then I'm afraid you are out. But if you are still in, congratulations, you win this round and you can enjoy some of these rewards for winning. Your reward this round will be some of these light triggers, okay? So just hold still, please. I just need to dot this on some different parts of your face. And I'm just going to bring it in first. Okay. Dot. Good. Dot. Good. Dot. Okay, good. Dot. Good. And I'm going to sweep it from side to side. let's move on to our next round. So, round two. Round two, the category is food and drink. Food and drink. And the first question is, name a pasta shape. Name a pasta shape. So we don't want a pasta dish, we want a pasta shape. Pasta shape. Okay, can you think of one? Do you have one? If you said rigatoni, then I'm afraid you are out of this round. The next question, name a cocktail or a mocktail. Name a cocktail. A cocktail. What counts as a cocktail is a little bit tenuous. So, what do you think is a cocktail? And then think of one. Do you have one? Okay. If you said a French martini, then I'm afraid you are out. If you said any other type of martini, then that's fine. You are still in. The next question, name a cheese. Name a cheese. Name a type of cheese, a different type of cheese than the one that I have written. Okay, that's the point of the game. Good. Do you have one? Okay. If you said manchego, then I'm afraid you are out. You're out. And the fourth and final question now. Name a spice. Name a spice. A spice. A type of spice. Like herb and spice, but not a herb, just a spice. Okay. Do you have one? Good. If you said cumin, then I'm afraid you are out of this round. So, if you are still in, then congratulations, you win this round. Congratulations. Good. And you can enjoy this as your reward, as your prize. Just doing some kind of gentle hair puffing. There we go, just making sure that I get all of the spots. Okay, and then just some small ones. Good, now I just have to tap on it a little bit to recharge it. Okay, that's good. Okay, you're all done. Okay, the next round is a sports round. Don't worry, you don't need too much sport knowledge. The first question is, name a sport in the Winter Olympics. Name a sport in the Winter Olympics. you said curling, then I'm afraid you are out. You're eliminated. The next question. Name a Premier League football team or soccer team, if that's what you call it. Name a Premier League football team. Just one. You only need to think of one. Okay. I know this is a hard one. Premier League football team. Okay. Are you ready? If you said Newcastle United, then I'm afraid you're eliminated. The next question. Name an athletics event. Name an athletics event. Name an athletics event. Okay. Do you have one? Good. If you said 400-meter hurdles, then I'm afraid you are out. You're out. And if you just said hurdles, then you're also out. But if you said a different distance, like 100-meter hurdles, then you're still in. Okay, I think that makes sense, and I think that's fair. So, unfortunately, you're eliminated. Our fourth and final question. Name a tennis player. Name a tennis player. Can you think of a tennis player? Do you have one in your mind? Okay. If you said Serena Williams, then I'm afraid you are out. I'm sorry. So, if you are not out, then congratulations for winning this round. Your treat, your reward, can be this llama friend and also this highly technical tool. So, could you please look at the spinning disc and just ignore the llama as it just nibbles on your face. Look at the spinning disc. Keep looking. Good. Look over here. Look over here. Good. Looking here. Keep looking at it. I'm going to bring it closer and closer and further away. Good. Okay. Well done if you won that round, and an extra well done if you've won all of the rounds so far. That is quite an impressive feat. The next round, let me prepare my implements. The next round is literature. Question number 1. Name a Shakespeare play. Name a Shakespeare play. That is a play written by William Shakespeare. Is there meant to be an E on the end of Shakespeare? Not sure. Okay. Do you have a play in mind? You maybe studied one at school. Maybe you've seen one on the stage. Maybe you just know about one from cultural references. Okay. If you said 12th night, if you said 12th, if you said 12th night, 12th, then I'm afraid you are eliminated. Unlucky, but you're out of this round. The next question. Name a literary genre. Name a literary genre. A type of literary genre. Can you think of any? You can think of what your favorite genre is, and then you can think if I would say that or if I would say something different. I haven't put necessarily my favorite, but maybe I have, or maybe not. What do you think? Do you have one? Okay. If you said Gothic, then I'm afraid you are out. You're eliminated. The third question. Name a female author. Name a female author. Any female author at all. Name any female author. Okay, again, it could be someone you studied at school. It could be someone that you've read recently. It could be someone that you just know about. Someone that your friends read. It could be anything really. Okay, do you have one? Good. If you said Toni Morrison, who is one of my favorite authors, then I'm afraid you are out. You're eliminated. And the fourth and final question, I'm struggling to hold it a little bit. Name a fairy tale. Name a fairy tale. I did debate whether or not this counts as literature, and I have concluded that it does. At the very least, it is part of the oral storytelling tradition, and anyway, I've decided that it counts. So, name a fairy tale. Do you have one? Okay. If you said Rumpelstiltskin, which I did have trouble spelling, but here it is, then I'm afraid you are out of this round. But if you are still in, then congratulations. Well done. As your reward, you can enjoy these soap sounds. So I'm just going to just look right here as I trace, and I'm going to trace down and across and back up. Okay, just have a listen to these sounds. This is a Dead Baker London Vintage Amber Cleansing Bar. Okay. Now, the fifth and final round. Let me find it. I have stuck with what is tradition in our elimination games, and the fifth and final round is based on ASMR. The final round is ASMR. Okay. The first question is, name a common ASMR roleplay. So I mean a kind of typical or classic roleplay that multiple creators have done. I don't just mean like your favorite one-off random out there roleplay video. Yeah, it has to be kind of an accepted if you said sleep clinic, then I'm afraid you are out. I think sleep clinics were really, really popular, maybe like a little while ago, maybe 6+ years ago. I feel like they're not as popular now as they used to be, but I still think that they are a classic and common ASMR roleplay. The next question, name a visual trigger. Name a visual trigger. So this is a trigger that is predominantly visual. It may also have a sound element, but I think the most important thing should be the visual aspect. Do you have one in your mind? Okay, good. If you said, look at my nose, look at my finger, look at the light, some kind of variation of that, then I'm afraid you are out. And I mean, look at my, not follow. If you said follow the light or my finger, then that's fine. I mean like this, like look at my finger, look at my nose, look at the wall, look at my nose, look at my finger, look at my nose, look at my finger, look at the wall. Good. If you said that, I'm afraid you're out. The next question. Name a British ASMR artist. Name a British ASMR artist. I'll give you a second to think about this in case you don't know any. I think you probably know at least one. So have a think. Have a think if that's the one that you want to say, or if you want to say something different. Who knows what I will have written. Have a little think. So it could be not just English, remember, it could also be Scottish or Welsh or Northern Irish. Okay, do you have one? If you said be brave, be you ASMR, then I'm afraid you are eliminated. You're out. I wouldn't put ASMR Eliza, that would be too mean, and I wouldn't do that to you. The next and final question of the game. This is our final round. The final round question of the game. Name an eyes closed trigger. Name an eyes closed trigger. So I mean a trigger that is predominantly used in eyes closed videos, or a trigger that you can enjoy, or that you enjoy even more with your eyes closed rather than with your eyes open. Okay, do you have one? Do you need a second longer to think? If it helps, you could close your eyes and envision, if your eyes are not already closed, you could close your eyes and envision an eyes closed trigger. Do you have one? Okay. If you said guess the object, or another way of phrasing that trigger, then I'm afraid you are eliminated. I'm sorry. But if you are still in and you won that round, then congratulations. Congratulations. Well done. And as your reward, you can enjoy some of these matchsticks. Now, these matchsticks say, oops, that was the matchsticks. It says spark, creativity. Spark creativity. So that's what we're gonna do now. Okay. So choose a matchstick. Just gently seeing which one is kind of calling to me. Okay. This one says, when have you felt the most creative? Recreate those conditions. Okay, let's try to spark it. So, good. Let's do one more. I'll choose one more match to spark creativity. It says, build a better mouse trap. How would you improve an often used item? I don't know if this item is that often used, but anyway. How would you build a better mousetrap? Let's spark. There we go. Okay. Well, I hope you enjoyed playing